Okay, what we're going to do here, guys, is you can see I've hit it in the trees. And unfortunately, a lot of you have had more experience at this than others, but what we're going to do today is we're going to teach you how to handle it. I've got about 180 yards here. You can see I've got some low-lying limbs here, all right? And I've got a decision to make. One, depending on my skill level, do I want to go for it? Or two, do I want to punch out? And my first choice here, I'm going to punch out. Now, what I want to make sure that you guys understand here is I've seen more amateurs make this mistake probably than any other shot I've ever seen. They're going to punch out and they get up here and they don't basically take their time. They just kind of, they're already mad and they just kind of, and they don't get it out of the trouble. They leave it in the rough or whatever the situation is here. Give this shot the respect it deserves. I would actually like you to focus more on these little chip outs or punch outs than any other shot. So what you want to do here is, because we typically have bad lies here, we want to move the ball back in our stance, hands and weight forward, almost like a big chip shot here. So you can see I've got all my weight forward, hands are forward, and I just want to take enough swing to drive that ball back into the fairway. Okay, get the ball out of trouble. That is the number one factor. If I decide to go for it here, there are several factors that are going to influence. Obviously, you can see that this rough is thin. There's not a lot of rough here. If it was a thicker rough, it'd be very difficult. I would suggest punching out. Thin rough like this, where I can actually get the club on the ball, this is one that I would be trying to be a little bit more aggressive. I've got my 4-iron here, and I'm actually going to de-loft it quite a bit because I've got to keep it low for at least 100 yards and then hopefully get it to run onto the green. So I've got 4-iron. I'm going to play it the same way though, where I put the ball way back in my stance, hands and weight are forward. I'm actually de-lofting and shutting this club a little bit. Okay. And that didn't get me out of the trees. I had to hit it too low. But again, I'm actually past the trees. I'm okay. I'm in the rough. Not what I would have liked, but I didn't get the ball up into the trees. So even in this situation, even for me, it's difficult. We're trying to do a lot with it, with this situation, but hopefully you understand that it takes practice here. You're not always going to pull off these shots, but again, if you can get it either into the fairway or in my situation, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 5. Because even though I'm still in the rough, I've actually got a good shot into the hole and there are no tree troubles. So, you know, understand the risk reward and understand what you're trying to do. First, get it past the first trouble and then deal with it. Even here in this situation, if I could hit it out here to the right, it would be a lot easier. I could almost hit it up into that bunker by the green side. That's okay for me. I'm a good bunker player, so I don't mind that. But it's going to come down to risk reward and trying to avoid those big numbers. So if you're not very skilled, if you're a guy that shoots higher scores, punch it out, get it back into play, go from there. But understanding what you're capable of in the trees is the key to reducing shots.